They don't seem friendly. We need to avoid them. They're coming after us with aggression. Whoosh. Read first at. Calm. Why is this ghost ship coming after us? Those people don't look like us. I've never seen people with such fair skin. Fair skin. I thought the people on that ship would be as vicious as Solomon and his gang. I expected them to be strong and tall, not well-dressed Caucasians who also happen to carry guns. It looks like an army, and the person in the lead has a noble aura. We'll keep observing. The wheels on the ghost ship are actually rotating. How do they do that? This is incredible. Could spirits be residing in those wheels? Humph. Sure enough, a lowly person is only fit for this kind of tough labor after death. Schwartz, aren't you worried that the spirits on this ship can hear what you're saying? Ha ha ha. Captain Chadley, I've always thought you were good at cracking jokes. That's hilarious. I hope they hear it and get so angry that they come after me. Then they'll realize how funny they look with crossbows on their ship as opposed to our cannons. Schwartz, you're too aggressive. If the ship is real, we can't treat it lightly. It's a treasure ship after all. Treasure ship. Ha ha ha, indeed. Since this is a ghost ship, we can gift it to King Galman's. TSK TSK TSK. I already know what kind of castle to build. What? Isn't life at sea great enough? We're so free here. But there are no women. I'm about to explode out of boredom. Then hang in there. The ghost ship is fake. Read first at. Calm. It looks clear to they're having a conversation in what sounds like English. I've got it. This ship right in front of me isn't a ghost ship. It's real. I assume what we saw last time was a projection of this ship. That means they must have seen our projection. We can't let them find out that the Daybreak isn't a ghost ship. We need to crank up the speed. Read first at. Calm. Well, whatever. Let's stop going after them. It's no fun. Lucky for us. Just stay quiet and leave as soon as possible. No fun. Read first at. Calm. Stay alert. What's wrong? We have enemies. Hurry. Paddle wheel on full power. Yi Lin, get people to move. Read first at. Calm. Get ready. Launch the ballista. We must seize this opportunity. The ghost ship is actually real. I'm finally seeing women again. Full speed ahead. Read first at. Calm. Sum. Why are they getting faster? We've turned the paddle wheel to the maximum, and yet we can't leave them behind us. They have plenty of people, and they keep taking turns. Besides, TSK. How are these SC bags going so fast? We can't hold on much longer with the labor we have right now. Why are you in a hurry? Launch the chain. All of you. Get moving. Whether or not you can obtain wealth and beauties depends on your efforts. Roger. Read first at. Calm. What's this? Fire. Read first at. Calm. Whoosh whoosh. Thud. Read first at. Calm. Ha ha ha. Now they can't even dream about leaving us behind. Team A and B, get on the metal chains. The rest of you, cover us with your muskets. Say. Control of that ship. D.V.A. minute. Get ready, musketeers. Kill all the men. Take cover. Read first at. Calm muskets. Bang bang bang. Fortunately, their muskets aren't that powerful, and the distance between the two ships isn't too close. The bullets they fired could only penetrate a layer of wood. Yi Lin and the others should be fine. Thud thud, let's hide from them for now. They need some time to reload their muskets. Now's the time to attack them. Kada and Nick, you two are responsible for taking down those men crawling on the metal chains. Read first at. Calm, alright, no problem. Bakuma, Bohama, you two look for a higher position and find ways to kill the musketeers from there. Roger. Bang bang bang, what's going on? I've been counting time with my heartbeat. There were only a few seconds between the 2 rounds of gunshots. Wait. What the f.ck? They're shooting their muskets in rotation. This way, they can shorten the intervals to the greatest extent, forming an absolute suppressive fire. They're trying to kill us all. We need to get rid of their chains. That way, we can escape. No, we're running out of time. They people on the chains are almost here. They outnumber us, and they're suppressing us under heavy fire. All of our efforts will be in vain as soon as they get on the daybreak. Read first at. Calm. I'll buy you guys some time. No need. Just wait for my signal here. Wizard. We're going too. We can't let our wizard get hurt. Let's go together. Read first at. Calm, what? Flash, is that the wizard's power? Sum. Thud 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 thud. Read first at. Calm, luckily, it works. Kada, you guys stay behind me. Now's the time to attack. Sure. Let's go. It's our turn. Thud. Thud. Ah. I'm going back. I'm going back. Don't kill me. I don't want to die. Judging by the daybreak's current strength, it's impossible for us to defeat them completely. Read first at. Calm, we must take this opportunity to injure or even mutilate them, so they won't dare to attack us again. Or else, the daybreak will be in danger in the future. Don't hold back. Hit them hard. How is this possible? They actually blocked our bullets. Are they ghosts that don't fear bullets? Don't fear bullets. I'll let you have a taste of this. Launch the cannon. There's no way they won't die from this. Read first at calm. Be careful, everyone. Hide behind M. Fire. Boom. Please block us from it. Thump. Ugh, my entire body is numb. Attack. Sum sum. Read first at. Calm. This shield is really great. It even blocked the cannonball. However, its vibration hurt my hand a little. It's alright though, I can switch the ring to my other hand. WTF, low battery. We can't resolve this situation within a short time. We have to take drastic measures. Wear this ring, Aruba. Hang on for us. Me. Ring. No way, I don't have power. No worries. Just stay there. I'll be back soon. While Aruba is the weakest, he's strong enough to support for the shield. That way, he can help us keep the shield up longer and preserve our combat power to the greatest extent. Read first at. Calm. Come help me, Mr. Chicken. Cluck. Experiment cabin. Read first at. Calm. Done. I learned this from one of the aunties in my village when I was younger. She said it's a powerful Taoist method from Xiangxi used to immobilize chickens. When I got into college and did some research, I finally understood that it's just an animal survival mechanism when they're in danger. In science, it's called tonic immobility. Alright, now we have a stable table on this shaky ship. Read first at. Calm. Next, it's time to witness a miracle. First, prepare the sodium carbonate solution. Read first at. I need to be careful for the next part. Pour concentrated nitric acid into the basin. Use saltpeter to cool down the mixture, and keep the temperature of the concentrated nitric acid below 20 degrees. Then, mix the concentrated sulfuric acid and the low-temperature concentrated nitric acid. Read first at This is how we get the mixed acid solution. The next step is vital. Now I'm going to add glycerin. It would be nice if I had a rubber tip dropper. We only acquired rubber recently, so we haven't had time to make it. I must hold steady and let it drip once every 10 seconds. I can't slip up. Let's do this. Read first at. Drip 0. Splash. How are you holding up? I am still alright. You guys hurry. Kill them all. Don't let them in. Our people are inside, so we can't retreat. Hang in there. The wizard surely has a solution. Finally. The host receives 10,000 points for making nitroglycerin. This alluring yet dangerous scent. It's the most infamous liquid explosive in history. Nitroglycerin. Liquid nitroglycerin is extremely unstable. Any external impact can trigger an explosion. I must be more careful during the separation stage in the next step. Pour the nitroglycerin and mixed acid solution into distilled water. Read first at. Oil floats on the surface, but nitroglycerin sinks completely, which separates it from the mixed acid. That also means the layer at the bottom is the extracted nitroglycerin. I learned about nitroglycerin from the Encyclopedia of Modern Industry that I redeemed recently. However, I haven't had the chance to prepare this solution considering how dangerous it is. Encyclopedia of Modern Industry. This solution is a time bomb if it's not stored properly. When storing the nitroglycerin in the sodium carbonate solution, the excess acid reacts with sodium carbonate, which can stabilize glycerin to a certain extent, but at least it's better than nothing. Thud 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 thud. Ugh. I can keep going. Ha ha ha. The ghosts are running out of energy. Keep releasing cannonballs. We'll see how long they can last. Be gentle. Don't forget your women are on that ship. Read first at. What's that? Wizard. You guys did a great job. Now it's my turn. I'll take back the ring. Wiz read first at. Clank. Wiz Swift Cheetah is truly my favorite. How is this possible? Stop him now. Musketeers, shoot him now. Leave it read first at. You came at the right time. I'll show you my pow. Pow show your SS piss off. Read first at. Whoosh. Watch out, foreign devils. Your master is coming. What are you doing? Found them. I don't know how long this shield will last, so I need to be quick. Thud read first at. What are you doing? Wiz, stop him now. Bang bang. Bam bam. Tromp. Read first at It's here. The keel is at the bottom of the ship. As long as we blow up the keel, the ship is as good as gone. This way. The daybreak will be safe. Boom. Ah. Wizard. Look, it's the wizard. Splash. I'll rescue the wizard. Ah. Let go of me, D.Bass. Save me, please. The ship is sinking. We'll be swept away by the whirlpool if we fall. F.CK off, Captain Obvious. Don't even think about dragging me down. Piss off. Read first at. The sinking ship made a whirlpool. Sh.T, will the wizard get swept away too? Bohama. Get them to stop the ship. Honey Nick can't do it alone. I'm going to rescue the wizard too. Jessica. Qin Tian fell into the ocean. There's a whirlpool ahead of us. Please stop the ship. Stop now. Oh shoot. It's going too fast. We can't turn the ship around in time. Let me help. Qin Tian, please be alright. Wizard. Give me your hand. Ha. Honey. Cough cough. I've got you. Snap. Splash. These are whirlpool rapids. Nick, let go of my hand. Both of us will die if we stay like this. No, I'm not letting go. No way. Given how fast this whirlpool is, Nick can't sustain herself for long, let alone rescue me. On ho snap. Read first at. Whiz. Splash splash splash. Cluck. Cluck. Where am I? I remember blowing up the foreign devil's ship. And. Read first at. Calm Nick, are you alright? Read first at. Calm where are we? Wake up, Nick. Wizard. Read first at. Are you alright, Nick? It just hurts a little. Don't worry, Wizard. She must have strained her arm muscles and bones. Her pain will intensify during recovery, and her arms may become stiff and immobile. I'll have to check the Encyclopedia of Wilderness First Aid later to see if there's a remedy. Wizard, where are we now? I have no idea, but this definitely isn't a good place to be. There's nothing here. The odds of surviving are slim. We need to get out of here as soon as possible. Read first at. Luckily, I have the D3 ring with me. I placed the Pentagon ring in the cabin for navigation. That means I can contact the Daybreak just by using it. Beep beep beep. Flash O. Yi Lin is calling us first. Qin Tian, Nick. Told you they're alright. Qin Tian, where are you now? Don't worry. Nick and I are fine. We were about to call you too. EP 214-21.28. Then I'll. Buzz, why is it breaking up? Is the signal weak? Low battery. Read first at. Cluck. It's frozen. We can't leave it alone in that state. Let's run. We can't stay here any longer. Read first at. Wizard, where are we going? My nose feels stuffy. It doesn't matter. Just endure it and keep going. In a low-temperature environment, the blood concentration of the brain and heart will increase. That ensures optimal body functions, but decreasing the amount of blood in our limbs. It's also dry and cold here on the ice field. The respiratory mucosa in our nasal cavities can dry out and rupture within minutes. Our blood will also coagulate due to the cold, which is why it's not flowing. We can't hold on much longer like this. I've got to find the snowfield as soon as possible. This region is probably a polar climate. Landforms with polar climates are generally composed of ice fields formed by the freezing of the sea and never-ending snowfields, with mountain forests in the middle. Zone E7 snowfield ice field. The mountain forest is undoubtedly the best place for shelter, but it's impossible to get there quickly. However, as long as we get to the snowfields, we can build an igloo or dig a snow cave to shelter us from the cold wind to a certain extent. How long before we get there? I can barely keep going, let alone Nick. Nick. Thump. Hang on. We'll get there soon. Wizard. Just let me be. Don't fall asleep. We're almost there. Hold him, you'll feel better that way. I'll dig a snow cave. No. Let me help you. Read first at. Swish. Get in, Nick. The pit is a little small. Let's take a quick breather before we continue digging. Puff sure. This is interesting. Why is it so warm in the snow cave when it's composed of snow? And why do we need to dig a pit here? Read first at. Calm. Cold air sinks. With this pit, the cold air around the snow cave will descend, raising the temperature above the snow cave. Cold air furthermore, snow is a poor heat conductor. All of our body heat will stay in the snow cave, and the carbon dioxide we exhale helps keep our surroundings warm. That's why the snow cave is warmer than it is outside. Conductor. Carbon dioxide. I don't understand, but this snow cave really works. Takes off wizard, I feel a little hot now. Something's not right. The temperature should only reach a couple of degrees Celsius in a snow cave. Why is it making us feel hot? Could it be hypothermia? Nick. Don't move. The Encyclopedia of Wilderness First Aid says that when someone with a frozen body feels so hot that they take their clothes off for relief. It's called paradoxical undressing or hypothermia. It's a sign that they're freezing to death. This condition normally occurs to those with a body temperature lower than 35°C. And it's unconscious behavior. Experts speculate that when the human body is affected by extreme cold, the blood vessels in the limbs will shrink to maintain blood flow to the body's main organs. When the human body is exhausted from resisting the extreme cold, the blood vessels expand again, allowing the blood to flow back. That makes the limbs feel warm, or even boiling hot. The affected person then takes off their clothes involuntarily. There's also a terrifying saying. The subconscious mind knows that death is imminent. It's so hot. So hot and uncomfortable. It then sends out signals to remove the clothes, thus ending the suffering as quickly as possible. Luckily, this lighter uses flint. It won't fail to light up even after falling into the water. Although fire is an extremely precious resource in the wild, I'm afraid there won't be a chance to use it in the future if we don't use it now. Flick. Read first at. Calm. Ugh. Yos. Nick, don't move. Seriously. I didn't take off my clothes because I wanted to do something perverted before I died. I only did it to survive. Wet clothes can freeze into ice cubes within minutes in this kind of sub-zero temperature. Read first at. Calm. At this point, the clothes don't keep us warm. Instead, they lower our body temperature further. The best option is to take off all our clothes. Although I have to bear everything to Nick in this situation, I can't let it bother me in this live or die situation. But I never expected Nick to react to it so much. Hurry up. How can I take this? Read first at. Calm wizard. And Nick, listen to me. Whoosh. I can't let loose like that. Alright, don't move. Phew. She finally calmed down. Reread first at. Calm. Our core body temperature has stabilized. Although our limbs are still freezing cold, we won't have to worry about freezing to death here. Still, it's too cold here. I need to figure out how to get us out of here. Read first at. Calm whoosh. Mem. Read first at. Calm Ah. Wizard. You. Nick, let explain. Read first at. Calm 11. Wham. Read first at. Calm. I abruptly became Hannah Nick's husband on Treasure Island number 2. Episode 97 Swift Cheetah. I did so for the sake of her safety back then, so I didn't take that identity seriously. Ever since then, I kept choosing to forget about that incident. Episode 130 But based on what I see now, Nick doesn't seem to have forgotten about it. I actually noticed before, but I just kept pretending that I didn't know anything. Yi-Lin and Jessica are already giving me trouble. I really can't take on another one. That said, it's not like I haven't Fantasized about having multiple wives. It's hard for me to give up on any of them. I wasn't at that point with Honey Nick originally, but today. Read first at. Calm. The way she dashed ahead with no regard for her own safety and saved me without hesitation. Splash. Now that I think about it, ever since I got to know her, she's been by my side on this adventure. I did that because. I know, wizard. You're only doing this because you're trying to keep us warm. I won't read into it. That's right, I'm just an ordinary person with a low status. How can I compare with Lynn and Jessica who are witches? I did that because I wanted us to survive together. Read first at. Calm. Embrace. Yeah. Mr. Wizard, you. Cluck. I'm sorry. Lap slap v. Mr. Wizard, I'm so cold. Let go of me, Nick. I held it back in that kind of situation. Don't seduce me again. Wear it. The water in the clothes has turned into ice and been shaken off. It's dry now. Awesome. Move your body. It will accelerate your blood circulation and generate heat. Swish swish. What a relief. J. Rumble. Mr. Wizard. It's been a long time since we had something. Come on, let's eat it first. There's nothing to make a fire, so we have to eat it directly. Cut, it's so cold now. The parasites in the meat should have been frozen to death. It's just like eating sashimi. Mr. Wizard, aren't we gonna eat the offal? Generally, parasites usually live in the animal's offal. And now we can't even make a fire. If we eat raw offal, we'll have a high risk of parasite infection. But if we really reach the limiting condition, the offal will be our last resort. If possible, I would prefer to use it as bait. Wild animals. Yes, wild animals. There seems to be nothing in this bare snowfield, but actually, many animals live there, such as seals, snowbirds, Arctic foxes, and the most powerful predator, the polar bear. And I want the last one best. Polar bears have a sharp sense of smell, which is 7 times better than that of dogs, and it's the reason why they can find food in this white world. Hence, they are the most likely to be attracted by the offal. As for snow foxes and the like, most of them are omnivores and timid. Even if they smell the blood, they may not come to check. But since the polar bear is one of the strongest animals on land and has the home advantage here, I'm a little afraid that I can't defeat it if it really comes. Mr. Wizard. Mr. Wizard. What's wrong? Why don't you eat? Sigh. It's still difficult for me to eat raw chicken. I'll eat it now. Spit out, Mr. Wizard. It's so disgusting. Mr. Wizard, don't think about it. Just bite. You said we'll survive together. Right, I have to eat it. It's not the right time to think too much. Finally, I ate it. Wretch. Cover. To survive. Eat it. Mr. Wizard, I'm so cold. Let go of me, Nick. I held it back in that kind of situation. Don't seduce me again. Wear it. The water in the clothes has turned into ice and been shaken off. It's dry now. Awesome. Move your body. It will accelerate your blood circulation and generate heat. Swish swish. What a relief. J. Rumble. Mr. Wizard. It's been a long time since we had something. Come on, let's eat it first. There's nothing to make a fire, so we have to eat it directly. Cut, it's so cold now. The parasites in the meat should have been frozen to death. It's just like eating sashimi. Mr. Wizard, aren't we gonna eat the offal? Generally, parasites usually live in the animal's offal. And now we can't even make a fire. If we eat raw offal, we'll have a high risk of parasite infection. But if we really reach the limiting condition, the offal will be our last resort. If possible, I would prefer to use it as bait. Wild animals. Yes, wild animals. There seems to be nothing in this bare snowfield, but actually, many animals live there, such as seals, snowbirds, Arctic foxes, and the most powerful predator, the polar bear. And I want the last one best. Polar bears have a sharp sense of smell, which is 7 times better than that of dogs, and it's the reason why they can find food in this white world. Hence, they are the most likely to be attracted by the offal. As for snow foxes and the like, most of them are omnivores and timid. Even if they smell the blood, they may not come to check. But since the polar bear is one of the strongest animals on land and has the home advantage here, I'm a little afraid that I can't defeat it if it really comes. Mr. Wizard. Mr. Wizard. What's wrong? Why don't you eat? Sigh. It's still difficult for me to eat raw chicken. I'll eat it now. Spit out, Mr. Wizard. It's so disgusting. Mr. Wizard, don't think about it. Just bite. You said we'll survive together. Right, I have to eat it. It's not the right time to think too much. Finally, I ate it. Wretch. Cover. To survive. Eat it. Whoosh whoosh. All right, it's getting hot. Let's go out and have a check. It's not that cold outside. Let's go. The chicken's offal has been iced. We can take it. Perhaps it'll be useful. Whoosh. Mr. Wizard, why do I feel we are walking on the SP? There's nothing but snow, so it's easy to have such an illusion. That's why many people give up halfway. But we must move on, rush out, and survive. Yes, Mr. Wizard. Let's go. Ha. Something is wrong with my eyes. Mr. Wizard. Are you okay? Nick, let's take a break first. Could it be that I've consumed too much energy and there's an insufficient blood supply in my brain? Are you all right, Mr. Wizard? Mr. Wizard. You are freaking me out. I can't see. Let me carry you, Mr. Wizard. Calm down, Nick. I need to calm down in such a situation. There must be a reason. Let me check the wild first aid collections. Maybe there is some relative information in it. Wild first aid collections. Found it. Snow blindness. It's a form of photokeratitis that is caused by UV rays damaging the cornea and conjunctival epithelium. Its symptoms contain photoesthesia, lacrimation, and dazzling. During the illness, one may have blurred vision. The severe patient will temporarily lose vision, during which the patient can go to a dark place or cover the eyes with an ice towel. Avoid using the eyes, and then after several days of rest, the vision will recover. If possible, one can use fresh milk as eye drops. 5 to 6 drops every 3 to 5 minutes, which can relieve the pain. In an emergency, one can acupuncture or rub the points of Sibai, Higu, and Naguan to relieve the symptom. Higu point. Flexor carpi radialis muscle daling point Naguan point palmaris longus. Most importantly, repeated snow blindness will gradually weaken the vision and cause chronic eye problems and even permanent blindness. Luckily, it's a temporary symptom. Cut. Hurry up, Nick. Cover your eyes with it. Don't tie it too tight. It is made from cotton and linen, so it has comparatively large gaps. You can see the way if you tie it slightly. See, cover my eyes. I've lost my vision. Protect yours well. I'm done, Mr. Wizard. Yes, it's the best way to protect the eyes from UV rays. From now on, you're my eyes. I'll follow you. I'll stop and turn as you say. I can carry you, Mr. Wizard. It will take a lot of energy out of you, and now we can only resist the cold by moving. If I stop moving, I'll be frozen to death within 10 minutes. Whoosh whoosh. Although I can't see, because of the snow, I won't get hurt if I fall down. But If wild animals attack us, it'll be hard for us to deal with them. I'd better buy Silver Wolf. Thus my eyes can recover in the shortest time. Turn on the system. Swoosh, as I expected, the system appeared in my head directly. Even though I got snow blindness, I can see it. Beat purchased succeeded. Silver Wolf, after obtaining this gift, on the premise that the host has enough energy in his body, he can improve his power several times and to a certain extent strengthen his physical function. Beep distributing the item. Nice. I'm getting warm now. The pain in my eyes was relieved a lot. The gift worked. But my vision hasn't gotten much better. Ave. Mr. Wizard. Well, the store item list has written it clearly. This gift can only improve the host's resilience several times rather than make the host recover immediately. I'm fine, Nick. Let's go. Although I can't recover right now, this gift can accelerate my recovery. It'll improve my survival odds in this snowfield greatly. Whoosh, the sun is about to set, and the body temperature is dropping. Nick, stop here today. Let's find a place to sleep. Yes, Mr. Wizard. You're so considerate, Mr. Wizard. This time, we had enough time to dig a snow cave just before sunset. Nick, we'll have to move on like this constantly. Hold on, and we'll definitely get out. I believe you, Mr. Wizard. When on Earth can we get out of the snowfield? Expire even with the gift, my body almost can't hold on. My ears got frostbitten the first day I came here. They stiffened at first, and then got red, swollen, and blistered. Finally, they broke, festered, scabbed, and blackened. If it weren't for that bacteria can't live in such an environment, my ears would have already completely got rotten. My eyes recovered today, but my nose has broken. Even though I'm wearing shoes and socks, my feet still got swollen. I can't curl the soles of my feet now, and just a slight move will bring a sharp pain. My exposed skin has been red and chapped and turned into pieces of scale-like dead skin that would come off once touched. Even the clothes-wrapped part is beginning to swell up. These are just surface problems. The most terrible one is that the low temperature has damaged the physiological functions of our bodies. I can obviously feel that my body is getting weaker and my power is fading. My stomach couldn't adapt to raw meat, so it would twitch now and then these days. As for Nick, although she has lived at Treasure Island No. 2 for several years and has been influenced by the special magnetic field there, which makes her much stronger than ordinary people, she has still got severely frostbitten. What's more, the muscles of her arms were sprained before, and with the journey of these days, her injury was exacerbated. Now her whole shoulders and even arms are stiff. A minor movement will cause severe pain. She also has a low fever and cold intolerance. Russell, what's that sound? Is it Snow Fox or Snow Wolf? It's moving around the offal. Obviously, it was attracted by the chicken's offal. We have to catch it. We can't let it eat the offal. Thud. Get ready, Nick. Polar bears are the biggest predators on land. They have huge and strong bodies. They can reach 3 feet when they stand straight. Their heads are comparatively smaller than other bears. Their ears are small and round and their necks are long and thin. Expire their skins are black, but because of their fur, they usually look white, while some look yellow or other colors. These fierce beasts' feet have 5 toes. And their front paws are big and paddle-like, suitable for swimming and walking on thin ice. They live in the ice-covered water area of the Arctic Circle. Sometimes they will be forced to live on land for several months because the ice melts until the sea surface freezes again. Hurry. I didn't expect it to be a polar bear. We have to take action first. Roar. Stab. I'm too weak now. I didn't even hurt its bone with this move. Swish. Bang. Sims. Swish, hold on, Nick. Damn it, the polar bear's subcutaneous fat is too thick. Swish. Bang. Run, Nick. Damn, I didn't expect that the polar bear would be so big and move so fast. If it weren't for the gift, I would have been defeated by it at the beginning. If the situation continues, maybe I'll get worn out earlier than the polar bear. Flash CA, so I can't just run. I have to try my best to fight back before I get exhausted. With Flash Cat, no matter how fast the polar bear moves, it will be as slow as a sloth in my eyes. Ha! Swoosh! It was a warm-up just now. Now I'll show my real strength. Swoosh swoosh swoosh. Bang! Great! In this way, I can kill this polar bear here. Roar! Swish! What? This polar bear just made a gesture of attacking. Stop! How dare you run away after eating my offal? As long as I kill this polar bear, I'll get a lot of food. Its fur can be used as a quilt to resist the cold. So, I can't let it go. Stab! Damn, this polar bear is really tough. Mr. Wizard. Bang! It pretended to run away but suddenly turned around and attacked me. It is so smart. Oh no. Move. Come on. Don't try to hurt Mr. Wizard. Swish. Spurt. Purchase succeeded. The item begins to be distributed. The host has received the item. Ah. Stab. Thud, Mr. Wizard. Are you all right, Mr. Wizard? I'm fine. Luckily, it's a snow land, or this one-ton polar bear would have already crushed me. Hurry up. Cut open its stomach. Cut. It's warm here, Mr. Wizard. Nick, how well are you recovering? The polar bear's body temperature is dropping. We can't stay here too long. I've got better. Let's dig a snow cave first. Later, I'll give you a gift. A gift. You'll know soon. Is this the gift you said, Mr. Wizard? I feel warm now. You're so skillful. The fur wasn't damaged at all. Haha, it's not a big deal. You can do it too as long as you know about the subcutaneous tissue of the polar bear. By the way, here's the quilt. We can use it to cover ourselves and have a good sleep tonight. Great. To save me, Nick's arms got hurt, and these days, she has been staying in the snowfield. I'm afraid her body almost reaches the limit. Oh my, we've slept all day long. Yes. I feel much better now, and the frostbite is also relieved. Open your mouth, Nick. Chew. Mr. Wizard. What's this? It's so disgusting. It's the polar bear's eye. It contains many nutrients, such as fatty acid, vitamins, lipopolysaccharide, and collagen. It's very good. 4. Our health. Chew, ha ha ha, you look so ugly, Mr. Wizard. It tastes really awful. Vomit, Mr. Wizard, when shall we go? Shall we take all the meat with us? If possible, I want to take all of them. But unfortunately, we can't. In this harsh environment, it's not a sensible choice to travel with a ton of weight. We can only take the best and most useful parts. Since you're severely injured, we can rest here until you feel better before setting out. Just one day of sleeping is not enough to relieve long-term tiredness. If it weren't for Silver Wolf, which improved my resilience, I would fall asleep like Nick. Sigh. To fight the polar bear, I purchased Tough Ox with 11,000 points. Thus, I could get the strength to pierce the polar bear's throat while I was exhausted. The host has made the nitroglycerin and got 10,000 points. Your points. 3,000. The points are spent so quickly. Let me check the mysterious items. The Old Hunter's Whole Life Experiences, Snowfield Experience Pack, Snow Forest Experience Pack, Perience Pack, Marsh Experience Pack. Wow, the Whole Life Experiences. And it only needs points. Why is it so cheap? With these valuable experiences, one can save a lot of time. No. Wait. Snore Peril Pack Snow Forest Experience Pack sh.t, Snowfield Experience Pack, Snow Mountain Experience Pack, and Snow Forest Experience Pack. These packs should be united. But now they are selling separately. System, you're treating me as a fool. But now these experience packs can save my life, so I have to purchase them. Purchase succeeded. The items begin to be distributed. Swish, they are really good things. This snow cave can be improved. For example, I can turn the ceiling into an arch-like form, making the cave more stable. In order to prevent wild animals like polar bears from coming to our residence, I'd better set more than one exit to avoid being caught in the cave. Besides, it's not good to build a snow cave here. A pile formed by falling snow is different from a pile formed by the wind. The former is heavy and dense, while the latter is worse. If it weren't for that, I still need to leave some points, I would buy all these experience packs. The old hunter's experiences in the packs are all priceless treasures that one cannot get simply by reading. With these, I feel much more confident to get out of the snowfield. According to the Snowfield Experience Pack, it is best not to use the igloo or the snow cave for more than 7 days, or they may collapse. So, we can rest here and leave 7 days later. Nick, let's go. Yes, Mr. Wizard. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. The wind is getting weaker and weaker. It seems like we're reaching closer to the center. The snow is knee-deep, making it difficult for us to walk. How I wish there could be a sled. But there's nothing but snow in this place. Where can I get the materials to make a sled? Whoosh, we can only walk slowly. 2 days later, Mr. Wizard, what's that over there? What? I didn't see anything. It seems to be a tree. Is it an illusion, Mr. Wizard? It's not a good sign to have an illusion at such a time. No, it's not an illusion. Something is indeed there. Could it be? Hurry up, Nick. Let's go take a look. Mr. Wizard, this is really a tree, but it's dead. A tree here means that we have entered the forest at the center of the snowfield in area E7. Forest. It should be ahead, but it will take some time to get there. Let's get some rest first. It's still early. Take a break, Nick. I will go to get some wood for the fire. No, I will help dig a cave. Alright, you can do it. Press. Crack. These trees have been dead for a long time. After being weathered, the water inside has completely lost and thus becomes crisp, which makes the best fuel. Mr. Wizard, you're back. Yeah. Come and cut the wood into chips to make a fire. Click the cotton wick of the lighter is an excellent ignition after being soaked in kerosene. Fizzle. Blaze. Hooray. We got a fire. So warm. Suff, oh, no. It's going to be blown out. The weather might change. Nick, let's dig a cave quickly and move the fire into it. Got it, Mr. Wizard. It's just getting dark. Yeah, we don't seal the entrance of the cave, so the smoke can come out. You are hungry, right? Come here. I'm coming. Finally, we don't have to eat raw meat. Sizzle sizzle, yeah, Mr. Wizard. Have some more. It's been tough for you these days. I don't feel that way as long as I'm with you. Wow, the cooked meat is so delicious. Mr. Wizard, take some. It's definitely a top-notch delicacy even though there are no seasonings. Sizzle. Suff. Mr. Wizard, what are you doing? Do you need a hand? No, it's almost done. I'm coming over. Go to sleep. I assure you that we will have a good sleep tonight. Tomorrow we'll set out early. We are finally here. I thought we would arrive at noon, but I didn't expect it to be farther than we thought. Anyway, here we are. Is this where I will live with Mr. Wizard in the future? It looks nice. Let's go. Let's try to find a place to spend the night before it gets dark. Suff suff. Mr. Wizard, we seem to get lost. It feels like we are going around in circles. It's getting dark, and we can't go on like this. Let's spend the night here. Crack. Mr. Wizard, are you trying to? Let's go. Let's get some branches. Thud. Alright, bring the branches back, and then we can use them to build a house. Leave them to me, Mr. Wizard. Here we go. Thud thud. Fill the gaps between the leaves with snow so that cold winds can't blow in from behind and carry away the heat. It looks similar to the first camp built on Treasure Island number 2. The difference is, here is Area E7. And the one with me is not Yilin, but Hanny Nick. Alas, I wonder how Yilin and the others are doing now. Why do I feel my nose is itchy? How come there is blood? Ah. Mr. Wizard, your nose is bleeding, too. Don't worry. It's normal. After our bodies become warmer, the blood rate would accelerate. The capillaries in our noses, which are originally contracted and fragile due to cold, would thus rupture and cause a nosebleed because of not adapting in time. It's no big deal. Just cool our noses with snow. Let me try it. Ah. My arm. Let me help you. Nick, try not to move during this time. I got it. Mr. Wizard. Get some rest. We've been tense these days. We need to relax ourselves. Since Nick is badly injured, I will do the night watch tonight. We haven't met other beasts except for that polar bear along the way, but I don't believe this forest is totally safe. There must be fatal risks hiding in the silence. The chance of encountering danger may be small, but once it happens, it will be life-threatening. I can't take any risks, not to mention let my guard down. Guard down. Crackle crackle. I fell asleep. No, I can't stare blankly. I have to get my mind busy. Think about our future. I had a video call with Yilin before the ring's energy ran out, but we don't know how big this world is. Even if they know Nick and I are still alive, it will be too difficult for them to get here. I remember Nick and I were caught in an ocean current, which went back and forth between the two areas. If there were no tributaries with the current we encountered, then Yilin and the others might follow it here. But if there were tributaries, or Nick and I drifted here because we were out of the current on the way, I'm afraid that we can only rely on our own to leave this place. Either way, based on our current situation, it's impossible for Nick and I to get out of here in a short time. I need to make a plan for living here for a long time. Currently, we can get water by melting snow, and we have enough food, so there is nothing to worry about for a time being. However, keeping warm is the key in this low-temperature environment. This wood shed meets our need of keeping warm, but it's too small for us to stretch our bodies and have a good rest. Besides, it isn't very solid. Any slightly larger beast can destroy it. Most importantly, it's summer now and the temperature here is not too cold. When autumn comes, it will be colder, and that's why I had to build a house to protect us from cold winds and wild beasts before then. Besides, I need to find a way to hunt animals to make clothes. Otherwise, we may be frozen to death even though we have fire in the house. Suff suff. It's dawn. Mr. Wizard, is it in the morning? It's just daybreak. You can get more sleep. No. I've slept for a whole night while you've been watching. And holding me like that. Ouch. Nick, don't move. Let me help you. Her motion is restricted because of the strain. That's why Nick would become stiff when making a move. I've learned about such a case from wild first aid collections. Nick is restricted to move because of the strain, so she would become stiff when making a move. I don't mean that. I know a set of massages that can help you get recovered faster yet, in the collections, basically, all treatments require drugs, but it's hard to find any right now, so I can only give her a massage to relieve her pain and accelerate her recovery. In the case of shoulder strain, the massage therapy of TCM is mainly about acupressure, dredging the meridians and swiveling the shoulders. It can be used to relieve spasms in the shoulders and arms. In the case of shoulder strain, the M therapy of TCM is dredging the meridians means flicking the channels around the shoulders to remove stasis and relieve pain, while swiveling the shoulders is to make the patient bend his elbows. Lift them from a lower place in front, rotate outwards and then put them down. And it needs to repeat 3 to 5 times. Moreover, we can use acupuncture to stimulate other acupoints around the shoulders. Okay, from now on, you just need to rest. I'm sorry for being a burden, Mr. Wizard. You are not my burden. If you hadn't led me the way when I was snowblind, I might have been frozen to death on the snowfield. And on the night the polar bear attacked us, it was also you who saved me at a critical moment. I need you, Nick. So what you need to do is to rest and get recovered soon. End thump. It tastes not bad. We roasted the meat last night. It's cold but still edible. The next thing to do is to build a house which can keep us warm and defend against beasts. But before that, there is one thing I need to make. Cut. Fizzle. Whittle. We finally get water to drink. We haven't had water in days. Mr. Wizard, drink some water. If only it was hotter. That may take a little extra effort. It can be done if I can find some stones to heat and throw them into the water, but except for trees and snow, there isn't a piece of stone here. If I put the wooden cup on the fire directly, it won't burn as there's water in it, but over time, it will turn into charcoal and it's very likely to crack, let alone drink water. Have a rest. I will be right back. I can't go too far in case Nick may run into danger. However, there is nothing in this area. I feel I've missed something, but I just can't figure out what it is. Forget it. I'd better turn on the system and learn from the experience packs. Snowfield experience pack I bought before can be applied only to the snowfield. Few experiences can be used as we are in the snow forest now. I'm gonna buy this snow forest experience pack. Purchase succeeded. The item begins to be distributed. I know what I have missed. The resources in the vicinity are very poor. Apart from the lack of edible plants, no footprints of animals are seen. That's because this place is on the edge of the forest, which has scant food. After all, animals need food but it's empty here, so they don't show up here. I suppose I need to put off building a house. The most important thing right now is to walk deep into the forest and find a suitable place to live for a long time. But before moving on, I have to make preparations. White birch, one of the cold-resistant trees, occupies 1/3 of the forest, and the rest 2/3 are pines and fir trees each half. It's a mingled forest here. It doesn't matter what kind of forest it is. What matters is that there are white birches. Cut it's summer now. I am not sure if there are any. There it is. To get through the winter, the white birch would begin to collect and store nutrients at its roots before autumn ends. When spring comes, it will grow rapidly with these nutrients. During this period, the white birch contains extremely nutritious sap, which is rich in vitamins, minerals, polysaccharides, and trace elements like iron, potassium, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, zinc, selenium, etc. The sap can also be used as a detoxicant to protect the human liver. Even the triterpenoids and polysaccharides in it have an anti-tumor effect, while lignans not only have activities of lowering enzymes, liver protection and fighting cancer, but also play an important role in the protection of the cardiovascular system, avoiding allergies and immune enhancement. Sure enough, there's not much sap. I just wasted my time. I'd better get down to business.